Heartbeat 2.
More hit music.
Back-to-back hits.
So if I get jealous, I can't help it.
Heartbeat 2.
This is RB2,
Heartbeat 2.
your station of choice.
1:48 is your time, right now to your station of choice. This music of Priscilla K with Show Me. And of course, it's a Tuesday, and you know how we do it right here on 12 FM. Today, Renale Air Creative is in the building, right here on the Creative Spotlight. And like many others, he has a story to share. And today we are joined by Pato Makuku. Dumelang sir.
Dumelang.
How are you?
I am good, and you?
I'm alive and grateful. All right, we're excited to be having this conversation with you. Okay.
Well, I'm grateful to be here.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, so if you were to introduce yourself, now somebody has never heard Pato Makuku ki mang, how can you introduce yourself in one sentence?
Pato Makuku is just an academic mentor. Yeah. You said one sentence, right?
I didn't say one word.
Well, I am an academic mentor. I am a personal development speaker, and I am an author. I guess that should do it for now.
Yes, yes. And of course, your story. Tell us about how this journey of getting into public speaking and becoming a motivational speaker, like you did say, started. Let's go to the beginning.
Well, it goes way back to 2017, or is it 2018? When I co-hosted my first personal development summit with a friend of mine who then went abroad, Umaholo. I believe it has always been an innate thing. It has always been an innate abilities, of which I believe everyone is born with innate abilities, of which at some point in life we have to discover, we have to harness them, and then we have to manifest and live them. So, yeah.
Hey, so read somewhere.
Okay.
Since we have seen you on different media platforms, I've read somewhere that once upon a time there was a young man who stood up and spoke in an assembly, go skolong somewhere.
Yeah.
And just like that, things started. Tell us about that.
I think sometimes it takes you going ahead with the thing for you to really know. You know, sometimes it comes as a thought, it comes as a passion, and once you go ahead with it as a try, then you are setting that, Nyami, this is where I belong. I feel like this is for me, right? So you should never dismiss your thoughts. You should never dismiss your desires. You should never dismiss your passions, because you really never know up until you are out there and you are manifesting that particular thing. So yeah, it was during that point that I felt like, okay, now I'm in my shoes. This is me, and yeah, the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. You talked about how you're actually an author, and you published Rise and Shine, a model and a blueprint in 2019.
Yes.
And then you also did travel through Botswana, through La Rima, right?
Yes.
What was the biggest thing you learned about young people in those classrooms as you made when you traveled the country?
The dreams are there. What they lack is the tools and the strategies that facilitate or allow for them to actually become. So in a way, I was equipping them with the tools and the strategies that allows for them to become, you know, by facilitating academic excellence, because, right, we are centered around education. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Myself, wow, preacher, can I get an amen? Amen. Oh, go ahead, myself.
Okay, oh nice. I want to talk about the two books that you wrote.
Yes.
I just want you to give listeners just a sneak peek of what are they, like, all the books that you wrote, the two books, what are they
Yes.
all about?
Well, the first
Let's start with
yeah.
the Rise and Shine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That book came at a point in my life where I was dealing with academic failure, BGCSE, and I was torn. I was down. I was depressed, and I thought of penned. I don't want to call it motivation. I don't want to call it inspiration, but sort of a drive for me and to my peers and to the people who were going through similar instances to say to them, but yay, this is not the end. This is not the final say. There's a whole lot that you can do in order for you to arise and still become. You have to find a way out of where you are and ensure that you walk out of that. So it is a book that once what you call book.
A reader.
Yes, that when a reader has in their hands, by the end of it, they're able to say, wow, I am inspired. Nyami, as Pato Makuku, this is who I am. This is what
They
I
can
stand
relate
for.
well,
Yes, they can
yeah.
relate well, and they will be able to tell Nyami, this is where I want to go. And in order for me to get there, this is what I have to do. Yeah, you said in a nutshell.
Oh, that's nice. If you were okay, I'm gonna ask you this: if you were to add the third book, what are you saying? Why are you laughing about it?
If I was to add a third book,
What would be the title and why?
Let him cook.
Yes.
Kana go apeile masego.
If I was to write a third book, it would be for students. A book centered around restoring the hunger and the value of education. Because the point in a time, the season that we are in currently, students no longer have the hunger and the value of education. Henceforth, we see the results. So it would be a book that is dedicated to students. Yes.
How's the feedback though?
The
About
feedback.
the two books that you wrote?
Well, the first one is off the market. The second one was Explore Your Creativity. I sold it for a while and then I put it aside as well to focus on what I'm currently doing.
Speaking of what you're currently doing, through the Knowledge Nexus, you actually run National School Nexus teacher trainings,
Yes.
mentorships. And if you had to measure the impact, TKN, right?
Yes.
With just one story, what would it be?
Okay, let me use this recent one. We recently went to one school for a mentorship program, which is a post-summit event. And then we had the students segregated into different groups according to performance. And I was with the low performing group, and what I realized, the impact during the summit that we had prior to the mentorship, students were able to say to me, Nyame, Mr. Makuku, you came with different facilitators, you came with various institutions, and they spoke. From here, I went home, I sat down, I began to introspect. This is where why E, why D, and this is what I have to do. And then with the mentorship program, we now equip them with practical study frameworks. When I study social studies, since it's a content subject, how do I approach it? How do I use the Cornell method, and for which subjects? So, and we are also looking at the results as well, Zabana, throughout.
All right, so for a young creative listening right now who feels stuck or unsure of their calling, what's the one piece of advice that you can give them?
Look inward. You you cannot wait on another person to tell you what you should do and what you should become. Or else I'm going to feed you with a vision that is in line with me and it is not in line with you. You have to sit with yourself. You have to introspect. You have to look at your life and understand what it is that you want, and just get out there and give your dreams wings. That's that. There isn't any much difference between people who are out there and those who are seated at home. And those who are out there just decided to give their dreams wings. That's that. Yes.
Very profound indeed. Somebody's tuning into this conversation. Is it a teacher? Is it a headmaster, a parent, or a student maybe? And of course, to know how to like work with you going forward, your social media, your contacts.
Yes. Our Facebook page for the company is Knowledge Nexus. We are on Facebook, on Instagram, it's Pato Makuku, and then our contacts are 77882135, and then the orange one is 72487386.
Say the knowledge what?
Knowledge Nexus, NEXUS.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
All right, let's say go tlhare go leboga Masego.
Thank you so much for coming through and what's it again? Hala se ke batlang go se bua ke gore se nyenyane botlhale se botsa kae batho.
Wow.
Eh, la motho o motona ke motho o motona. All right, sir. Thank you so much for
Thank you
taking
so
time
much.
out. Has been quite inspiring. And of course, until next time, give your dreams.
Exactly.
Okay, be on the lookout for the news coming at the top of the hour. And of course, Nalwena le Masego re tla kopana on the other side of this. But until then, tle re jana.
Get yourself a Debonair's pizza wrap from